I can see right now that Fidelis Ilechukwu seems to be the man that reminds everybody about young coach. But fight maybe, let it be confirmed. But in our NPFL update, let's go away from Fidelis Ilechukwu and look at Kanu. Kanu have been, though not official confirmation, but Kanu is set to take over as an Eyimba chairman. What does this mean for someone like you? Because I know for a lot of people, Felix Anyansi has been the chairman of Eyimba for a very long time. And unconfirmed report said he's even trying as much as possible to make it for him to still stay as the chairman. And when you mention Kanu, Kanu seems to be one of those players that nobody. No, I don't know how true that is, but I don't think any other ex-international has been the chairman of any club in this country. I don't know how true that is, but the first few minutes are, what comes to your mind when someone like Kanu is taking over as the chairman of a club? With the experience in Arsenal, experience in Inter Milan, do you think it's going to change the narrative?
Yeah, talking about ex-players having what's it called now? Having
the position of the chairman
of. Yes, I think Davidson Owumi, of course, is an example.
Okay.
He was once upon a time.
Okay.
He was once upon a time the ISO scorer in the NPFL in Nigerian Premier League back then, I think 1985 or so, and is the chairman of what's it called now? Chairman of Enugu Rangers. Also, Chairman Ilechukwu was also the national team coach of Super Eagles. Captain of Super Eagles, was also the coach of Enugu Rangers. At some point in time, was the chairman of the club. So many of them that I cannot remember now, but I think we have a couple of them who have done that one. But for Kanu Nwankwo, that reminds me of a particular advert that we grew up watching. One day, I know he's going to make us proud. I think it is the time for him to make the people elephant proud. Talking about Eyimba Eyi. And from information we've seen, although not official yet, as you rightly said, but from information that we've been seeing, making him chairman, not just only chairman, sole administrator. I love that part. That word, sole administrator, is what I so much cherish. And that means that it is only, for my own definition, it is only the governor that he has right to report to, or that can question any of his decisions in the club. And that is going to be a very big one for him. That will make him to have free hand. That will make him to, have the freedom to work without waiting for chairman of sport commission, waiting for what's it called now, waiting for any SSC to governor on sport, or waiting for any commissioner for sport. But he himself knows that this is my house now. Not as if he's the owner, but then with the sole administrator position, it will give him more hand and the freedom to work very well. And luckily for him, he's going to work with another ex-international that they both played in the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Talking about George Finidi, one-time World 7 best. And what I'm looking at is this: if these guys can work in synergy, then Eyimba will remain and we even upgrade on what they have been known to be. Because Eyimba is a team that everybody is looking to be like in Nigerian football. No argument about this one. And having Finidi George as coach, having Nwankwo Kanu as chairman, I feel the coach will not have any issue to worry about talking about signing of players or any program that is trying to come up, because these are friends. And if the two of them can work together, it's going to be a very beautiful, a very good one for them, in my own opinion. So only that where I'm skeptical on is about is I do not know his managerial prowess. I don't know if he's a good administrator, because we've seen some Nigerian international who have also handled club or state FA and have failed. But I believe that with exposure of Nwankwo Kanu, with his international connect as well, then Eyimba should be open, to have relationship with big clubs outside the country or establishment. I believe that one of the big tasks that the governor, His Excellency Governor Oti, is going to give to Nwankwo Kanu is let this club be self-sustenance. And I feel that happening alone, Kanu can definitely work out things, honestly, in my opinion. And I feel that he's going to take Eyimba, to a greater level.
Yeah, now, my second question, you've answered it in between your response, is the synergy, is the reunion of Finidi George and Kanu Nwankwo. But let me ask you the final question on this particular topic, is most times when this happens, do you think him is going to change the narrative? When we mean the narrative, the way things are being done in Eyimba, the welfare of the players, certain things. More often time, we don't see the change of narrative. This is my opinion, but what's your opinion? Because we are yet to see what Kanu has in stock for, if confirmed, Kanu have in stock for Enyimba. Do you think there's going to be a change of the narrative, or is it still the same of the same?
Yeah, there's going to be change of narrative, no doubt about that one. But one thing we need to take note of first is this. Number one, the management of the team is still owned by the government. So if the government does not have the money, there's nothing the chairman is going to do. Although there's another thing he can do by driving in investors, by driving in sponsors that can at least take care of half of the team's budget. So if that can be done, I'm sure the government is going to be very happy that this will happen. But talking about your question very well, I'm trying to remember the question.
Change of the narrative. Now the change of the narrative.
Changing of the narrative. Kanu Nwankwo played football. I mean, he played football to the topmost level. He won the Champions League, won the Olympics, and he has seen it all. He knows where the shoe is pinching these players. Definitely is going to come on and be a very good, chairman. Kanu Nwankwo is a man who, outside being an administrator, has been a man of big hearts, a man who has, taken tears away from many people's eyes, a man who has given people joy by his Kanu Art Foundation. So somebody like that, I do not believe is going to be a chairman and players will be complaining of not being paid salary. By information I have, a very authentic one. Currently, I understand that Enyimba players and some of the officials are being owed for up to 4 months. That, I believe, is not going to happen under the chairmanship of Nwankwo Kanu if his appointment is confirmed, because he knows how these guys are feeling. He has been there before. And it is what he himself can also work on. Because, as I said earlier, of his Kanu Art Foundation, what he has done, investment so far. So I don't think there's going to be any problem for him. He's definitely going to change narrative, though that does not take away the fact that Mr. Felix Anyansi Agu is a great man. Okay. 24 years in Enyimba, trophies won, changing the name of the Enyimba to become household name, not only in Nigeria, but in international football. You can't talk about international football without mentioning Enyimba. Winning CAF Champions League back-to-back is not makeshift. Whatever must have happened then, amount of money pumped in by the former governor, who is now a senator, doesn't matter. The most important thing is that he has driven Enyimba, and they have also won 9 NPFL titles. So that alone is another very big CV for Mr. Anyansi. But nobody's perfect, and I feel some loopholes that we have been able to identify in his chairmanship reign is what Kanu Nwankwo will want to come around and work on and build on his successes. Interesting.
And we still hold on to you while we go for this, one of the highlights of the NPFL season, where we saw many. But enjoy this highlight. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show with one more question from Ayoola Adeleke.